Any young bitches, welcome to my video. I'm not even going to waste my time with lengthy disclaimers. You know why you clicked this video, and I know why I made it. Feel free to comment down below if I triggered you or something. This is a safe space for opinions because oddly enough, over 7 billion humans will happen to have very different views. Of course, any hate towards any idol will be deleted. But you can hate on me if you want, lol.
Make his pockets hurt.
Making a comeback is extremely expensive. These companies have to pay for filming, location rentals, CGI/video editing, usually brand, clothing, makeup, stage appearances including every time they perform on a music show, album manufacturing, stuff and general promotion. I'm not saying that you are not a true fan if you don't purchase anything. It's just unrealistic to expect a company to be releasing comebacks left and right when they are so expensive to produce, especially when you don't financially support the process. In the end, the music business is still a business. Before y'all come for me, yes, I do personally stream my faves comebacks, and yes, I do believe streaming is important because it opens a lot of doors for our faves. But some of you streamers sound like religiously insane cult members. Firstly, emojis do not, and have never frozen views. Stop bombarding people's comments to take them off. You'll look like clowns. Secondly, stream culture has the tendency to look down upon those who don't stream 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. Some people have a lot to attend to in their lives, and some people just like to enjoy the music whenever they have the chance. It's okay to be a casual listener. That brings me to my next opinion. Though I personally do not solo stan anybody, I don't see a problem with it. We all have people in our lives that we don't like or seem to get along with, just as we have people that we'll automatically like and care for more than others. It's human nature. I don't see why K-pop idols should be excluded from this, because last time I checked, they are humans too, which some of you seem to forget, but that's a whole other conversation. Of course there are toxic solo stans, just as there are toxic stans in general. What's important here is respect. As long as these solo stans respect everyone else in the group, I'm okay with it.
Listen, boy.
Before y'all sharpen your pitchforks and load your guns, I just want to say that when I say girl groups are better than boy groups, I don't mean that boy groups are less talented or skilled by any means. I just personally believe girl groups have more to offer. This summer alone, girl groups and soloists have continuously released songs with completely different vibes and concepts from each other. We have more and more by Twice, Butterfly by WJSN, Secret Story of the Swan by iZone, Girls by Nature, Oopsie by Wiki Miki, How You Like That by Blackpink, Maria by Hwasa, Preeti Pam by Sunmi, Tag Me by Weekly, Played by Chungha, Monster by Irene and Sulji, Apple by G-Friend, What You Waiting For by Somi, and Dum Dee by G-Idol. It's crazy to me how each of the songs just listed were released within a span of 2 months yet manage to give a completely different vibe from one another. Basically, girl groups keep getting more creative, while boy groups seem to be stuck in 2018/2019 with the same edgy bad boy concept, wearing shirtless suits with straps and combat boots and maybe a beret to add a little bit of spice, and calling it a day.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn.
This might get a few hitmen hired on me, but I said what I said. Most groups have subpar vocalists at best, with a handful, if even one vocalist being above average. I know this sounds mean, but basically look at it this way. If you took away all the fame and love you have for any specific idol, and they released a whole song with just their vocals, would it be enjoyable? Actually scratch that. Auto-tune and lots of layering works wonders nowadays. Basically what I'm saying is, if they can't carry an entire song vocally by themselves without vocal enhancement, they're probably subpar vocalists at best. That being said, that isn't a very big problem specifically in K-pop. K-pop, as we know, is very performance-based, which is one of its many charms. These idols work tremendously hard on perfecting their dancing, group charisma, and forming strong bonds with their fans, which is unmatched compared to any other music industry. K-pop is about forming connections. This in itself is a talent that is very hard to obtain, which most idols have mastered. Miss Hwang Eunbi aka Shinbi is one of the best female main dancers in the industry, and you'll need to start putting some respect on her name. Barely anyone ever mentions her when it comes to listing the best dancers in K-pop, which astounds me considering she comes from G-Friend, the group that lead the way for complex, sharp and synchronized dancing in girl groups in the third generation. Even Min Young, a famous Korean dancer and choreographer which has basically worked with every K-pop group, mentioned that working with Shinbi has been her favorite collab, because besides having an amazing personality, she picks up on choreography hella quick, and is just an amazing dancer overall. This one is hella random, and out of the blue, but there's really not much I can say about it. I guess it just comes down to having different preferences. Like, I'm not even that big of a BTS fan anymore, but something about Jungkook's voice is truly touching. That, and I sometimes really can't stand G-Dragon's voice. I'm sorry VIPs, I promise I don't hate Big Bang. I have hella respect for them.
Fancy.
Try to change my mind. Actually don't, cause you can't. Fancy was a motherfucking cultural reset. Everyone and their mamas was bopping to it and still are. I can't help but feel hella nostalgic when I listen to Fancy, and it barely came out last year. Like, I love Boy With Love and everything, but Fancy was an organic viral hit that a fandom didn't need to shove in order to reach huge attention and success. Anyways, 2019 was a GG year, but TBH that's every year oop gotta go before the boy group stands come for me. To be 100% honest, I'm not sure if this is unpopular or not, since I'm not a part of the fandom, yet at least, but as a casual listener who has listened to all of their title tracks, I can say that Answer is their best title track to date. I loved everything about the era, but specifically I love the chorus. It's so oddly emotional, and it gets me in the feels. Then all of a sudden Woo Young comes in, and hip thrusts, and gives me the hottest smirk, and suddenly I don't know how to act. But anyways, that's a whole other discussion.
Are you ready for this?
This is a short segment I like to call Historically Unliked Songs that divided the K-pop fandom in half, that I think are bops and a half. Coco Bop by EXO. Signal by Twice. Seniorita by G-Idol. Zimzalabim by Red Velvet. Birthday by Somi. There's probably a lot more, I'm just too lazy to think about it. Anyways, that's it for this video that quite literally nobody asked for, cause as of right now I have 0 subscribers, but maybe I'll get some after I upload this video and join this never-ending trend. Or maybe I'll get cancelled. Anyways, Stan Luna.